channel. This week has been an amazing week. My newest weight loss guide and cookbook, Plantifully Simple, is in stores. I've heard from a lot of you that your local stores have already sold out. So if you still need to get a copy, you can get one on Amazon. I will link it below, and Amazon has it like 12% off right now. Yesterday it was 10%, today it's 12% off. So I will put that link below. You can order it. If you guys love my book, please leave me a good review on Amazon. It helps my book be seen, and it also helps guard against fake books that people make to try to scam people into thinking that it's my books. So that really helps, because then my books really stand out because they're the ones with all the awesome reviews, and it's easier for us to find the fake books and try to get Amazon to take those down for you guys. But I'm so excited. It's finally in stores. I'm very, very proud of this book. I think you guys are gonna love the recipes. Today we're gonna do one of the recipes. This is our first official cook along. We're gonna start cooking through this book. I did a book signing yesterday in Northern Colorado, and it was so fun. So many of you guys came out. You guys were so sweet. It was such a pleasure to get to meet you guys in person. So I will keep you guys posted as we get more book signings scheduled and let you know where I'm gonna be. Okay, so today we're going to make the mushroom stroganoff out of my book. I'm a comfort food girl. As you guys know, if you've followed me for any amount of time, you know that like my gig is basically trying to make the tastiest weight loss food possible. I want things to feel as rich and decadent and comfort foody, if that's a word, as possible, while still being low in calories, so that you guys can lose weight and keep it off and still feel like you're enjoying life. I basically had to learn how to recreate my favorite comfort foods in a healthier way so that I could continue to eat the foods that I love and lose weight without having to cut the amount of food that I get to eat. So you guys know that I build all my recipes around the principles of calorie density, so that you don't have to count calories if you don't want to, but if you do track calories, I do teach you in my newest book how to really look at the numbers, make sure you're not sabotaging yourself by overinflating some of those numbers or by cutting your calories too drastically. But you get to learn once again in this book just how much food you get to eat for less calories, so that you can literally eat more and weigh less. So I loved my mom's mushroom stroganoff growing up. So this is dedicated to Mom. Hi Mom, if you're watching. I just had to learn to clean it up and make it plant-based. So let's get into it. And this recipe is on page 172 if you are going to follow along. Okay, so we are going to start by boiling our pasta. You can use any pasta that you like. I am going to use gluten-free pasta because gluten makes me get this weird, really horrible rash on my face. So I only eat gluten very sparingly. So I'm gonna be using this Jovial Mafalda. It's my favorite. It's so pretty. I'll show you. Look how gorgeous that is. It's like mini lasagna strips. And I just like it because it holds all of the flavor and the sauce on it. I don't know, super fun to eat. So we're gonna get this cooking, and then we'll get the few ingredients that we have to put together, and we will be done. It is that easy. All right, so I'm gonna be making a double batch of this. I'm actually gonna be making a quadruple batch because after this I'm gonna film the Instagram version, but I always like triple, quadruple batch this because my family loves this. And if you have people in your house that don't need to lose weight, then you can make theirs creamier, or they'll just eat a ton more, serve it with bread so they get in more calories. My kids love this. When they found out I was making this recipe today, they were really excited. So I am going to double the batch and just go ahead and cook this whole box. Dang it, my stove is clicking. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so now we're just going to make the creamy sauce that we're gonna top everything off with, just like that, you know, like, hold on, I'm gonna switch burners. Okay, that burner's not clicking. So we're just gonna make the creamy sauce, and it's so simple. We're just gonna blend some cashews and some almond milk. Now, to make this as low calorie as possible, I would go with a lower calorie almond milk. Today I am using a higher calorie almond milk because I'm no longer in weight loss mode and my 6 foot tall 17-year-old eats like a horse and needs a lot of calories. So you also do not have to add cashews if you don't want to, if you want to make it lower in calories, or add less cashews. The cashews do help make it nice and thick and creamy, but if you want, just add a little bit of almond milk to the pan at a time and you can get a creamy sauce that will go great on your stroganoff. It just won't be as thick and creamy. But I'll show you how much you get to eat for 450 calories. If you need less calories, then make those adjustments, or, you know, add more vegetables to this dish and serve yourself less pasta so that you're diluting those calories with the 50-50 plate like I show you guys. But this is technically already a 50-50 plate because of all of the vegetables we're going to be adding. But again, if you need less calories, just serve yourself a little bit less and add more non-starchy vegetables. Okay, so I'm just going to add 1 cup of almond milk to my container here. And I'm just using my, what is this called? I forget every time. It's a NutriBullet. If you don't have a high-speed blender, this is great for making sauces or small batches of sauce. You just have to blend it a little bit longer to make sure it gets nice and creamy. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add a 1/2 cup of cashews. And we're gonna blend it up and set it aside. Check and make sure it's nice and smooth, and it is. So we just set that aside for now. Okay, now I'm just going to dice 1 onion. I always get Vidalia onions or sweet onions. I just think they're tastier, but you can get whatever onion you like. That is a strong onion. My eyes are watering. Whew, those are strong. We're gonna wipe this down, otherwise I'm gonna keep tearing up. Woo! Okay, you can use baby Bella mushrooms or white mushrooms. I just grab whatever's on sale. And if you are on the fence about liking mushrooms and it's not a taste thing, it's a texture thing, just try dicing them up really small so you're not, you know, chewing on larger pieces. We love mushrooms in our house, so I'm just gonna do them in slices. And this is about 16 ounces of mushrooms because I am doubling the recipe. And again, if you don't like the taste of mushrooms, you could do this with any vegetable. You could do this with eggplant, with zucchini, with squash. You could do artichoke. You could do really any vegetable. It's just vegetables and pasta in a creamy, yummy Worcestershire sauce. How do you say that, guys? Okay, water is boiling. We're gonna add our gluten-free pasta. Okay. So I have my noisy burner on. I know you can hear that clicking, I'm sorry. So I have my pan nice and hot, and I'm not gonna put oil in my pan. That's how I save on fat and calories. You can absolutely do a nice light spray. I find that onions and mushrooms don't stick in my pan, and if they do stick, I just add a little bit of water and it helps it all come off the pan, but you do what you need to do. So I'm just gonna add the onions. And I'm gonna add the mushrooms at the same time, and I'm just gonna cook them down until they start to brown, about 8 to 10 minutes. And I do like to season with a little garlic salt. Okay, so now the mushrooms are done, so I'm gonna turn off the heat, and all we have left to do is add in our cream mixture and some vegan Worcestershire. Okay, so now I'm gonna add about 4 tablespoons of this Worcestershire, and it is just the organic 365 one from Whole Foods. It is vegan. You guys can see back here. And I like this one because it's like $2 and something versus $7 and something. So that's why I choose this one. 1, 2, that's probably more. Let's do like that. That's about 4 tablespoons. Mix it in. Okay, now we're going to add our pasta back in. And then start mixing it up. And now I'm just gonna season it to taste with a little more garlic salt. You guys know I love garlic salt for everything, everything. And some fresh ground pepper. And some freshly chopped parsley. If you only have cilantro, cilantro is also really good in here, but we're gonna go with traditional, the way my mom made it. And look at that. Ugh, it does not get better than this, guys. I'm going to show you how huge this pan is. Do you guys see how big this is? Now, because we did a double batch, there is 4 servings in here. So if we just split this into 4 even sections, you can literally eat that much food for 450 calories. Now, if that's too much or you don't want to have that much in pasta, split it in half again and add like the preload soup that I have in there for you guys for diluting your calories but getting to still eat a bunch of food, or add a side of, you know, roasted zucchini and bell peppers, any non-starchy vegetable side that you want, and you are going to be full forever. Okay, I'm gonna serve up 1 portion so you guys can see on a plate what that looks like, and I'm gonna dive in. Okay guys, here is my bowl of pasta, and here is the pan. I want you to see just how big this bowl of pasta is. You literally can eat a ton of food. All right, here we go. It is warm in here. I don't have air conditioning in my cabin, and it is hot, and I am sweating. Look. Oh, so good. Mom, you need to try mine. Now, if your pan is really, really hot, like mine was when you add the cashew almond milk mixture, it can get really thick. All you have to do is add just a little bit more almond milk. It's not a big deal. And if you're making this in bigger batches to have leftovers, when you go to heat it up, just add a little bit of almond milk to kind of loosen everything up, because the pasta does soak up the sauce, but all I do is just add a little splash of almond milk to, you know, kind of loosen things up and thin it out and heat it up, and it's good as fresh. And there you have it, guys. This mushroom stroganoff is super simple. It's quick and easy to put together and delicious. You can get Plantifully Simple in stores like Barnes & Noble, Tattered Cover, anywhere books are sold. And if you can't find it there, you can of course find it on Amazon. I hope you guys enjoy it.